bloodied clods of shit, direct from a stinking asshole. What gifts were you expecting? I am old and wise. I understood and accepted. You were poisoned and weak, and we helped you. And what did I get in return? A promise of death? Yes. You promised to kill me, to slit my throat. I gave you a choice, and I gave you time to make up your mind, I said, correcting him. You are already old. Leave for the forest of death. Take a spin on the ride you so like sending other elders on. Get a feeling for what it's like. If you are not gone by midday, I'll kill you myself, drag your body to the forest of death, and dump it in the thorny branches of the tender larch. You speak using our words, yet they mean nothing to you. You are not one of us, it occurs to me. Swallowing my mouthful of meat, I grunted. Euthanize yourself. You never know, you might like it. We have been kind to you. They have been kind to us. I pointed over my shoulder at the 36 Yarangas standing on the high sandy shore 20 meters from the invisible but audible surf, which discharged brown seaweed and chunks of ice onto the beach. I am their chief. You ordered them to throw us into the forest of death. You thought we wouldn't hear, but I heard every word. You are outsiders. You were afraid. Yes. Old Gurgle lowered his head and in his impotence dropped his knife. Yes. And you tried to kill us. No, I only wanted to send you to the frickin' forest of death and directly into the arms of the freaking robotized tender larch. You wanted to throw us into the prickly dustpan to be dispatched right back down to the asshole. Straight down. That is where you came from, isn't it? Surely that's where you belong. The tender tree does not kill. It only sweeps downwards. Uh-huh. I snickered angrily. Straight to the grave, yes. It occurs to me that nobody knows where. So find out. Go to the forest of death, take a ride on the dustpan, have a look what's down there, and when you get bored, come back. Do you still want to kill me? Yes. It occurs to me other things need to start occurring to you, old chief. Has it occurred to you why my promise to kill you was met with silent approval by all your people? Has it occurred to you why nobody questioned me? Why nobody looked at you? Why nobody begged that their wise old chief Gurgle be spared? That's what ought to be occurring to you. You have until midday. Sheathing my knife, I picked up a piece of raw hide and used it to remove the boiling kettle from the gas flame. Then I fished several nuggets of compressed tea from a cloth bag and threw them into the water, before adding a handful of gray sugar from an old bone trinket box. I rose, picked up the kettle, and strode away from the vague circle of the fire and the drooping head of dumb old Gurgle. Trudging slowly through the sand, I went down the beach as far as the ice-strewn algal belt. I found some pelts left there and lay down to cool the kettle in the cold sand. Lying motionless on my side, I watched the cold, noisy sea waft its salty waters beneath the starry sky. How beautiful. How almost real. I returned to my thoughts and to recent events. To the moment when we had just appeared here. Or maybe just a smidgen later when I at last regained full consciousness. At that moment when we were being hauled up, accompanied by the surprisingly calm flourish, it occurs to me, I was still not managing to maintain consciousness. I kept blanking out. But the Spider's Expedition medical kit would rein me back in for brief seconds, and I would begin to twitch, becoming aware of a grip on my arms and hearing astonished outbursts and ladies' shrieks of pity. It was then that I heard Gurgle's waspish voice cutting into my memory and demanding either that we be launched back into the hole or that we be dragged off to the forest of death and surrendered to the tender larch. Then there was darkness. Either the medical kit's low resources had run dry or my body simply refused to react to the invigorating chemicals, but either way I blanked out. I came round hours later. I did not open my eyes immediately, pretending to still be out cold, and for a while I listened in to the ladies around me speaking slowly and calmly. My fingers surreptitiously probed the remarkably soft bed I lay on, and it took a couple of minutes to be completely convinced I was lying on a pelt, or a fantastic imitation.